Hi, I'm Joe Crea, and I'm with USGBC, and I'm here with Dr. Helen Sanders of SageGlass. Helen, welcome.
Hi, thank you.
It's very nice to have you here. Can you talk to us a little bit about SageGlass's commitment to sustainability?
Well, SageGlass is part of Saint-Gobain. It's a product of the Saint-Gobain organization, and as our Saint-Gobain CEO says, sustainability is our DNA. It's part of what we do, it's part of our operations, and it's also, you can see it in the products that we make, and SageGlass is an example of that. SageGlass is all about sustainably designed buildings, energy savings, and making buildings pleasant to be in, not just energy efficient. Now, in terms of our operations, both at SageGlass and in the broader Saint-Gobain operations, energy efficiency is all about what we do in conservation of natural resources. In fact, Saint-Gobain is the world leader in, for example, environmental product declarations. They have the highest number of environmental product declarations for our products, not just SageGlass, but also within the broader Saint-Gobain world. Certainty, for example, and flat glass operations.
You mentioned materials, and Levy 4, our latest version of the rating system, places a heavy emphasis on materials, and you all created a third-party verified environmental product declaration.
Right. So an environmental product declaration basically tells people what it takes to make the product, what energy is used, what environmental impacts there are in making the product. And it's a key part of the requirements for LEED version 4 now. And we decided to do one for SageGlass to complement our material transparency portfolio. We already have material ingredient transparency through our health product declaration and through our declare label. And this basically rounds out our material transparency. And we wanted to do this to give architects the ability to use SageGlass and fulfill the credits requirements within the materials and resource area of version 4.
Great. Your headquarters is LEED Platinum certified, and you offer tours of the headquarters. Can you talk to us a little bit about this building?
Yeah, this is an amazing transformation of what was a very old building. Well, a very well architecturally designed building, but old. So what we did was we basically stripped it down to its structure and then rebuilt it. And we used an amazing number of Saint-Gobain products. From one of the most amazing products that I like talking about is the Gettering gypsum board. So it actually cleans the air. It takes VOCs out of the air. And we have acoustical ceilings, we have our insulation products, and of course we have SageGlass there. That has a very large west elevation. And we couldn't obviously change the orientation of the building. We had what we had. And of course you want to get views and daylight in. This was a LEED Platinum building, and so we needed to put a lot of glass in for the views. Now, how do you do that on a west elevation without causing energy issues and also discomfort, thermal and visual, for the occupants? So, of course, we put SageGlass in the west and also the south elevation. That really helps control the solar heat gain to keep the energy bills down, but it also creates a very visually and thermally comfortable space. I would really recommend anybody coming and taking one of those tours. They are excellent. You get a soup to nuts a tour, a story of the building and how it was renovated, the products that are in there. Really very informative. You can sign up at livinglaboratory.com if you want a tour. They are AIA accredited, so you get the learning credits too. And highly recommended.
And it really is like a soup to nuts tour where this is how we did this, here's how you can do it. I mean, how are people responding to this?
I think they love it. And of course the tours are also give you a CEU credit too, so you get the learning advantage. But yeah, we have a really great response from the tours.
Mm-hmm. And what has your experience been with LEED?
I think it's a great program, and I think it is pulling the industry in the right way in terms of both sustainable design for energy and for the planet, but also sustainable design in terms of people. So I think it has a good balance between the energy side and also the people side. There's often a tension between making a building healthy for people and making it healthy for the planet. And it's really forcing people to find creative ways to remove that tension. And in fact, using SageGlass can help remove that tension, because you can use more glass to get the daylight in and get views to the outside without negatively impacting the energy performance. So leaders, I think, is really, to pardon the pun, leading the way in terms of really designing buildings for people and for the planet in terms of sustainability.
And you're at the forefront, right, for occupants in these buildings, and that, the glass allows access to daylight, and it also allows for regulation of temperatures.
That's correct. And it's really about, for us, providing that improved occupant experience. I mean, you build buildings for people, right?
Right.
And so you really need to build them so that they're healthy for people and they're comfortable for people. And then, by the way, you better make them energy efficient as well, and low impact on the environment. But first and foremost, you build buildings for people. And we really want to really enhance the experience for people in buildings, and that's really our mission.
And what are your plans or initiatives for 2017? How are you accelerating this work for occupants?
So our focus is to really educate and help architects design with SageGlass in more and creative ways. In terms of sustainability, our focus is on continuing to reduce the impact of manufacturing our product. We just, as you mentioned, we published our environmental product declaration. Well, that doesn't stop. The work doesn't stop there. We're looking at that, and we're figuring out how do we reduce the impact from there. And so over the next year, we'll be looking at manufacturing changes and doing another environmental product declaration that will show a year-on-year reduction in the impact from our
Fantastic.
product.
And before we go, you're holding a book.
Yes,
And I
yes,
want to know
am.
what's going on here.
Yeah, so this is actually written by our Saint-Gobain CEO, Pierre-André de Chalandard, and this really underscores his and Saint-Gobain's commitment to sustainability. He says that sustainability is in our DNA, and this really supports that message. This book he wrote, The Fight for the Climate, really about how do we deal with climate change.
Oh, fantastic. I definitely will get a copy.
Yeah.
Dr. Sanders, thank you so much
You're
for joining
welcome.
us.
You're welcome.